The mysterious crater, also known as the Eagle's Nest, was discovered 65 years ago in Irkutsk, Siberia, by a Russian geologist. The cone is 80 meters tall from the lowest point of its base and measures 150 meters wide. It is thought to be well over 250 years old, although estimates differ widely. Scientists previously suggested it was a slag heap, but now think there were not enough people living in the area to create it. In the official reports there is one small sentence aligning with ET influences. However, as developments continue, this sentence seems it may require elaborating upon. They have floated the idea that it could have been made by a volcano, but none have been found nearby. An impact made by a meteorite is the favorite theory, but no evidence of fragments has been found. Recent investigations have stumbled across something with a high iron content buried over 100 meters below the crater. The only official theory put forward so far is a meteorite impact. This seems like a cover-up, however, due to the lack of evidence to back up the claim. The crater, curiously, is quoted by numerous sources as being alive and changes shape by rising and falling constantly. Trees nearby the site are reported to have grown abnormally fast. It was named Pathomsky after a nearby river and was discovered by a geologist called Vadim Kolpakov, who tried and failed to arrange a scientific trip to examine the site, but numerous expeditions have taken place since, and one last year collected samples. And there were never labor camps or gulags in the region. Half a ton of samples were taken from the site and removed by helicopter last year. The samples led scientists to dismiss ideas of a uranium ore explosion, as the background radiation of the site is low and no uranium has been found nearby either. This left them with two main theories, one of a volcano and another of a meteorite. However, the mysterious site has not given up any meteoritic material and the area is not thought to be volcanic. In fact, there are no volcanoes within thousands of kilometers of the Pathomsky crater, and it also seems to be relatively new. With an exhaustive half-ton of samples taken, it seems they were desperate to prove it is a meteorite impact, or were looking for traces of something else. Could it possibly be a UFO impact site, with the craft burying itself in such a strange way while attempting to regain flight? Scientists now think that there is something with a high ion content and ferromagnetic materials buried between 100 and 150 meters underneath the crater. They believe it could be a meteorite or another incredibly dense object, but they are not certain, but clearly concerned. Although it may sound far-fetched to the untrained eye. Due to the evidence thus far, constantly moving geography, strange growth patterns in surrounding areas, a stuck malfunctioning interstellar craft it could indeed be. If it is an interstellar craft, it could quite possibly be unmanned, and clearly still running. Interstellar travel would not be suited to organic life, so it may be a stuck craft burying itself further and further into the shattered rock like quicksand. There's definitely something weird buried in this cold and remote place. Subscribe to stay up to date on the mysterious developments surrounding the Siberia anomaly. Whatever the object is buried beneath this strange remote site in a Siberian forest, it appeared there while this area of Siberia was not populated and isolated from civilization. What do you think is buried in this remote corner of the world? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.